They thought Meghan Markle would quietly disappear after Hollywood shut its golden doors in her face. But what nobody expected was the speed, the brutality, the absolute humiliation unfolding behind closed billionaire parties and frozen red carpets. Because this is no longer gossip whispered between palace aides or fashion assistants hiding behind sunglasses at Paris Fashion Week. This has exploded into a full social extermination campaign from the most powerful women in America: Anna Wintour, Lauren Sanchez, Netflix elites, Kardashian insiders. One by one, the invitations vanished. One by one, the phone calls stopped. And now insiders are claiming Meghan's Hollywood collapse has become so catastrophic that even Prince Harry allegedly cannot stop the panic growing inside that Montecito mansion. What makes this story feel so dangerous is the pattern. The same pattern keeps repeating again and again until suddenly it no longer looks accidental. It looks organized, calculated, deliberate. Meghan Markle spent years trying to position herself as the untouchable modern Duchess who could dominate both Hollywood and royalty at the same time. But insiders now claim the exact opposite happened. Instead of becoming America's royal queen, she allegedly alienated every elite woman capable of protecting her social future. And the details coming out are vicious, absolutely vicious. Sources connected to Hollywood circles reportedly claim Meghan repeatedly offended powerful wives, ignored invitations, acted dismissive towards celebrity women she considered beneath her, and slowly built a reputation that became impossible to contain. Not because of one scandal, because of dozens of tiny moments people never forgot. Tiny insults, tiny acts of arrogance, tiny social calculations that now appear to be exploding all at once. Then came the Met Gala humiliation, the event Meghan reportedly wanted more than almost anything. The single night where status becomes currency and cameras become power. Yet once again, no invitation, silence, nothing. And this is where Anna Wintour's name suddenly became impossible to ignore. Because according to the investigation, Meghan's past loyalty toward Edward Enninful allegedly placed her directly against Anna during fashion industry tensions that insiders quietly watched for years. But here is the part making Hollywood insiders gasp: Meghan allegedly lost both sides. She reportedly alienated Anna Wintour while also falling out with Edward himself later. Imagine the disaster. Imagine backing the wrong camp in one of fashion's coldest power games only to lose the second relationship too. Suddenly, Meghan wasn't standing inside the Vogue empire anymore. She was standing outside the gates, while Anna Wintour remained seated beside kings, presidents, billionaires, and global elites. And then came Lauren Sanchez. This is where the story allegedly turned nuclear, because according to insiders quoted in the investigation, Meghan reportedly refused certain invitations connected to Lauren Sanchez because she privately considered her trashy. Trashy. That word alone detonated through celebrity circles like a grenade, because Lauren Sanchez is no longer just Jeff Bezos' wife. She is becoming one of the most connected women in elite society. The yachts, the billionaire parties, the private Mediterranean wedding, the Amazon empire, the endless celebrity orbit surrounding her. Meghan allegedly underestimated her completely, and the punishment was immediate. The Bezos wedding happened without Meghan Markle anywhere near the guest list, while actual royalty attended. Real working royals, global elites, billionaires. Meghan reportedly watched from Montecito while the photographs flooded social media without her. That image alone is devastating. A duchess who once believed she could reinvent royalty, now allegedly frozen out of the exact billionaire world she desperately wanted to conquer. But the Netflix situation may be the most humiliating part of all, because Netflix was supposed to be the rescue plan, the billion-dollar future, the empire. Yet insiders now claim relationships inside Netflix have become deeply damaged, especially after the strange incident involving Getty Images removing photographs of Harry and Meghan from a Netflix event only 24 hours after publication. Reports claim Meghan allegedly disliked how she appeared in the photos, particularly images showing her clinging closely to Nicole Avant, wife of Netflix boss Ted Sarandos. Suddenly, the photos vanished, and according to insiders, powerful Netflix figures reportedly became furious. Furious because this was not random celebrity behavior anymore. This was becoming a pattern. Control, complaints, fallout, drama surrounding nearly every interaction. And once executives begin privately labeling someone difficult, Hollywood can become ice cold overnight. Meanwhile, Prince Harry reportedly faces a completely different nightmare unfolding across the Atlantic. Because while Meghan allegedly fights social collapse in California, King Charles appears to be sending devastatingly subtle public messages from within the monarchy itself. The state dinner speech during Charles's American visit visit left royal watchers stunned. The king warmly referenced locations tied to royal history across America, yet never mentioned Sussex. Not once. No Sussex County. No indirect nod toward Harry's title. Nothing. And insiders immediately interpreted the omission as deliberate, surgical, a public erasing disguised as diplomacy. That silence became louder than any insult, louder than any headline, because when royal families want to send warnings, they rarely scream. They whisper, and the whispers usually hurt more. Then suddenly, the contrast became impossible to ignore. On one side of the ocean, Meghan allegedly struggles to regain elite relevance while Prince Harry watches his royal identity slowly fade from public royal symbolism. On the other side, Prince William and Catherine quietly release warm family footage of Princess Charlotte confidently growing into royal life. Cricket fields, nature, family warmth, stability, continuity. The monarchy appears calm while the Sussex world appears chaotic, and that visual contrast may be the most damaging thing of all, because audiences absorb images emotionally before they absorb facts logically. One side looks rooted, the other side looks restless. One side appears patient, the other appears desperate. And behind all of this sits the terrifying question nobody inside Hollywood reportedly wants to say out loud directly. What happens if Meghan Markle's value to elite society was always tied to royal proximity, and now even that proximity appears weakened? Because Hollywood forgives scandals. Hollywood forgives ego. Hollywood even forgives disasters. But Hollywood rarely forgives losing influence. The moment people sense the power surrounding someone is fading, the social climate changes instantly. Invitations disappear. Calls slow down. Smiles become colder. Suddenly the same people once begging for photographs act like they never knew you at all. And according to this investigation, that may be exactly what is happening now in real time. What makes this entire royal disaster even more shocking is that the deeper Meghan Markle allegedly sinks inside Hollywood, the stronger the royal family suddenly appears without her. That contrast is becoming impossible to hide now, because while California whispers grow louder about failed relationships, lost invitations, frozen celebrity circles, and collapsing influence, the monarchy across the Atlantic keeps projecting something Meghan and Harry once believed they could replace entirely: stability, legacy, continuity. And insiders say that realization may now be haunting Prince Harry more than anyone understands. The state dinner incident reportedly hit Harry particularly hard because royal watchers immediately noticed how carefully King Charles constructed that speech. Every word reportedly felt intentional. Every omission felt deliberate. Charles referenced historic American locations tied to Britain's legacy, yet the Sussex name floated like a ghost never acknowledged. And in royal communication, omission can become more brutal than criticism itself, because criticism at least admits somebody still matters enough to attack. Silence feels like removal. Erasure, like somebody quietly editing a person out of institutional memory while smiling politely at the cameras. And insiders claim palace strategists understand that psychological warfare perfectly. Then suddenly, the narrative shifted toward Prince William, and this may be where the monarchy quietly won the public relations war without people fully realizing it. Reports revealed William allegedly pays up to £7 million yearly in taxes from duchy income. That number exploded across British media because it transformed him from privileged royal heir into something much harder for critics to frame simply: a future king contributing extraordinary amounts financially while maintaining relative silence publicly. And whether people support the monarchy or not, the symbolism mattered enormously, because while Harry and Meghan continue fighting headlines about social rejection and Hollywood drama, William's headlines suddenly became about duty, responsibility, and long-term stewardship. One story felt emotionally chaotic, the other felt institutional and disciplined. That contrast changes public perception slowly but powerfully over time. And perhaps the most devastating thing for Meghan Markle is that Princess Charlotte's birthday video reportedly generated the exact type of public affection Meghan spent years trying to engineer through documentaries, interviews, podcasts, magazine covers, and Netflix productions. Yet Charlotte achieved it effortlessly by simply appearing natural, smiling outdoors, playing cricket, interacting with nature, existing comfortably inside family life without appearing staged or performative. Royal insiders reportedly understand the deeper significance immediately. The monarchy no longer needs Hollywood glamour to remain culturally dominant. It only needs continuity, family imagery, emotional familiarity. That is the terrifying secret Meghan and Harry may have underestimated from the very beginning. The monarchy survived survives by thinking in generations, while celebrity culture survives by thinking in trending cycles. And suddenly, Meghan's 6-year Hollywood strategy allegedly starts looking less like a reinvention and more like a slow-motion miscalculation. Because what exactly was the long-term vision? Spotify collapsed. Public sympathy fluctuated wildly. The Netflix partnership reportedly became strained. The lifestyle empire never fully materialized into the billion-dollar dominance once rumored behind the scenes. The Met Gala doors reportedly remained closed. The billionaire circles allegedly cooled. And according to insiders, many Hollywood elites eventually began privately asking the same uncomfortable question: what exactly do Meghan and Harry still offer now that royal proximity itself appears weakened? Even the Kardashian situation reportedly carries enormous symbolic importance, because Kris Jenner and the Kardashian empire practically invented the modern celebrity relevance machine. They understand social power better than almost anyone alive. And according to reports, public engagement between the Kardashians and Meghan's social presence allegedly faded dramatically. No visible support, no online interaction, no celebrity merging of brands. In Hollywood terms, that silence reportedly speaks volumes, because celebrities do not accidentally ignore strategic relationships, especially not families as calculated as the Kardashians. Meanwhile, Anna Wintour allegedly remains one of the coldest unresolved tensions hanging over Meghan's social future, because fashion is not merely clothing at elite levels. Fashion is access, approval, status, symbolism. The Met Gala is not just a party. It is a visual ranking system for modern celebrity hierarchy. And repeated exclusion from that room reportedly tells Hollywood something very specific: the gatekeepers are unconvinced. That is why these missing invitations hurt so deeply. Not because Meghan desperately needs another red carpet appearance, but because the absence itself becomes a message the industry instantly understands. Now, palace insiders reportedly believe something even more significant is happening beneath the surface. They allegedly think the royal family has stopped reacting emotionally to Harry and Meghan entirely. Instead of fighting publicly, they appear to be focusing exclusively on strengthening the next generation quietly. William, Catherine, Charlotte, George, Louis, family continuity, institutional stability. The palace no longer looks panicked, it looks patient, and patience can become terrifying when wielded by centuries-old institutions, because monarchies survive scandals not by winning every battle emotionally, but by simply outlasting crises over time. And maybe that is the darkest twist in this entire story. Meghan Markle reportedly spent years trying to escape royal irrelevance, only to discover that Hollywood relevance may actually be far more fragile than royal identity ever was. Celebrity culture moves brutally fast. 1 minute, you are the obsession of every magazine cover. The next minute, billionaires stop calling, Vogue stops inviting, Netflix executives allegedly grow frustrated, and suddenly the silence around your name becomes deafening. Meanwhile, the Mona.